Hello and welcome to AB 3D VFX with another tutorial on creative video editing. But first, subscribe. So, you want to edit your videos professionally? What tool should you use? After Effects or Premiere Pro? Let's find out.
After Effects versus Premiere Pro. Round 1. Compiling footage in After Effects.
So, how do we compile footages in After Effects? So, in After Effects, we don't have tracks, we have layers. Now, what we need to do, if we have multiple footages, we need to stack them one over another so that we can see everything
in Premiere Pro.
Now, the same task in Premiere Pro becomes very easy because Premiere Pro has tracks. So it becomes very easy to, sort your videos, rearrange them if you want to, and it saves you a lot of time. So in this round, Premiere Pro is superior.
Premiere Pro wins. Round 2. Adding transitions in After Effects.
Now let's talk about adding transitions in After Effects. So in After Effects, what we need to do is create an overlap on the videos. Now we would be animating the transparency or the opacity property of the video so that we can have something that looks like a fade. Now, very cool transitions, but these transitions need you to create an additional adjustment layer. So I've created an adjustment layer, now added the twister effect. Now you can see as if your footage is getting twisted into itself and revealing something new. Now, another classy way of, creating a dissolve kind of effect is to have a blur. So for this effect to work, we need to create the same setup like the first one, create an overlap on your video, then add a adjustment layer where the blur starts with 0, goes to let's say about 200 and comes down to 0.
In Premiere Pro.
Now let's talk about adding transitions in Premiere Pro. So in Premiere Pro, adding transitions is as easy as clicking the right click and adding the default transition because it's that good. But if you don't like the defaults, well, Premiere Pro has a whole lot of other impressive immersive transitions. So go to video transitions, go to immersive video because it's immersive. And if you want my suggestion, go for the VR light leaks because that is the best one. It gives you a very cool effect. So we have this transition here.
Premiere Pro wins. Round 3. The handwriting effect in After Effects.
The handwriting effect. Now, this is something that Premiere Pro will struggle. As we have seen tutorials on AB3D VFX, how to make a write-on effect, the first video. So first thing first, we need to have a text. Second thing, we need to create something called the open mask, where you draw each letter with an open mask. Now take the pen tool and go ham. Like literally don't go ham on it. Draw each letter carefully. Take your time. This step needs to be kind of precise, and for O's and for anything that is circle, do not accidentally close the mask, because if you close the mask, the inside of the mask will reveal what you're it will hide the thing. It will not work. So after you have created the mask, go to effects and search for stroke. Now apply the stroke to the layer and change the color to red because why not, and adjust the brush size so that it covers basically every inch of your text. Now when you're done, animate the end property. Now we know is awesome to be having a signature kind of this thing. Right on, we can have any text. I figured out I don't know any text, so I write on and subscribe is all the text I can come up with.
In Premiere Pro.
Okay, now in Premiere Pro. Okay, gear up. It's going to be a rough journey. Okay, so first thing first, obviously you need a text to have a text effect. So we have something that resembles a handwriting. Well, we are not going to use that text because that had a lot of uneven thickness of the text. We cannot quite, use a calligraphy like side here because sometimes the lines would get very fat and sometimes the line will get very thin. So after you have a text, now search with write on, WRITEON, and you should have the effect. So after you have this effect, now we need to animate and draw at the same time. How do you do that? Check the keyframe box, brush keyframe, the brush position, and skip one frame and draw a little bit. Keep repeating this till you have covered all your surface, all your text. Now obviously this is a tedious work, but the final result is not bad at all. So who should win?
After Effects wins.
Obviously it's After Effects.
Round 4. The typewriter effect. In After Effects.
Round 4 is the typewriter effect. Again, something that After Effects does very well. We have discussed this. So again, for the typewriter effect, we need a text. So the typewriter effect is my text. Now go to text properties, click on animate, click on opacity, and you should have your opacity. Now what we will do is animate this, we will reduce the opacity completely. Now your text disappears. Now to bring it back, we will animate the range sector and the start property. After you've animated the range sector, go down, go to the advanced tab and zero out or reduce the smoothness. You should have something that resembles one letter at a time being typed. So another pro tip, if you want to use this effect, you need to do a bit of sound designing as well. Now we can add the footage, a random footage that we have. Okay, let's add the footage in the background. Now we have the text, the typewriter effect. Now to sell this effect even more, you need to do a bit of sound designing and you need to have a sound effect that sounds like typewriter being typed on. Okay?
In Premiere Pro.
So now let's see how we can do it in Premiere Pro. Now Premiere Pro, what we need is a text. So add your text. You can click on the key right at the bottom there, and you can have another layer and create another layer like we do it in After Effects. Now search for the typewriter effect in Premiere Pro. We don't have any typewriter or anything that closely resembles a typewriter effect in Premiere Pro. So the workaround would be to grab the crop effect. Now add the crop effect, decide your timing, like when you want your, let's say, the entire text to appear completely. Now scroll through the timeline and find out where each letter, is. Basically, when you see one complete letter, add a keyframe. Do not change any values, just add a keyframe in between the two main keyframes. Now what we need to do is we will create something called the whole keyframe. Now what is a whole keyframe, you may ask? In that case, if you don't know what a whole keyframe is, you should check out my last video. It is all about keyframes. So basically a whole keyframe, it holds the animation till the next keyframe.
After Effects wins. Round 5. Color correction. In After Effects.
So grab the footage of your liking. Try to use a footage that is log footage. Now the effects we are going to use to do the basic color correction here is the auto color option, and we can have auto contrast as well and auto levels as well. But here I'm using auto color. Then we are using brightness and contrast, bring the dark spots to the light. You must always follow the light now. Yeah, make it brighter. Okay, so after you have added brightness and contrast, what we're going to do is add hue and saturation as well. We are going to use a saturation slider to adjust the saturation desaturated at this point. The final effect would be lumetri color. Add exposure a bit. We will adjust a bit of contrast and we will adjust a bit of gamma. So after we have added that, your footage should look quite crisp.
In Premiere Pro.
Now let's see how we can do the same thing in Premiere Pro. So we have this footage in Premiere Pro. Now we have added an adjustment layer. So here what we are going to do is first brightness and contrast. We'll go to levels first, and then after levels, after I'm satisfied with the color levels of each aspect of the footage, we will add a brightness and contrast node and then play with the lumetri colors at the last. Now this is quite hit and a miss for both After Effects and Premiere Pro. If you want to be a professional at it, use DaVinci Resolve. If you want tips how you can make your footage professional in DaVinci, comment CCDA, that is CCDA, and I'll make a video on color correction.
Both lose. Both win. Round 6. Bonus.
Okay, now every artist has their own preferred tool. What's yours? Comment down below which tool you prefer, because at the end of the day, you're going to be editing. So After Effects or Premiere, comment down below who won. Okay, ta-da. See you on the next video. Till then, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and keep making videos, and just keep good, basically. Just be good, okay? And cut. Bye-bye.